My name's Daniel Snow. My wife Phyllis and I own Snow Trucking out of Harrison, Arkansas.
Okay.
We just have one truck now.
Okay.
We used to have 7 trucks and 10 bull racks.
Okay.
Some health issues. We sold out and just have the old Goose and one trailer now. We haul general freight on dry van, a lot of food products. The exercise equipment's real hot right now for some reason, but any kind of dry product. We are independent, completely independent. We have our own authority. We use internet load boards, so we're approved carriers for some different people.
Yep.
Landstar, Mercer. We haul a lot of JB Hunt freight and C.H. Robinson freight. Just various load boards, that and
sure.
And
various brokers get to know you pretty well, and they call you. And
that's what we try to sell them is we're not going to run the cheapest.
Yep.
That's not our goal. Is not to run the cheapest.
Sure.
It's not to run the most miles, but it's to make a profit on every mile and to do the very best job we can. We bought this truck in 2005, just bone stock. It was a good mechanical truck, but it didn't have an extra light, piece of stainless, chrome, nothing on it. But we had searched for a removable sleeper Freightliner. I've always been a Freightliner guy, just by nature. I mean, when you pull the skin off, there's so much similarities to the trucks, but so I never debate that which one's best. But we did like the Freightliner type truck. That's what I started in, a 77 cab over Freightliner with my brother. His name was Coy Snow Jr. and he passed away a few years ago. But I learned my trucking from him the cold hard way. You do it right or get your head popped, So he taught me the outlaw style trucking and the rough way to do it. And then as I got a little older and knew that I got to clean this up a little bit, and we pulled bull racks for about 27 years. The Goose, as it's known now, we give it that name. It's got its own story, but it's a 1996 Freightliner Classic XL. We now have it's a 140 ICT sleeper, but it's a completely custom sleeper. We took an ICT shell, gutted it out, and completely remodeled it. And we did that on the road. Phyllis was a manager with Walmart, and 14 years ago they were going to relocate her, so she decided she wanted to change occupations. I didn't know it was to become a truck driver at that time. But our youngest child had just turned 18, so we became empty nesters. So she said, she wanted to go trucking. I thought she meant just for a vacation. So she went with me, and a couple of weeks later, she said, well, I got to learn to drive if I'm going to be out here. So the Goose, the next year we bought the Goose. And like I said, it was just a bone stock truck, 63-inch bunk. But our dream was to have a big bunk.
Yeah.
So when we found this, the sleeper we have now, we bought it and put it on the truck, and then we've been 6 years remodeling it now.
Okay, so it's just been kind of an ongoing process.
It's totally an ongoing process, because I don't know if it'll ever be done, because there's always, some things that you want to change or redo. It's just like a house. If you don't keep it up, it'll fall apart.
Yeah.
And especially on the roads we drive on today, they're pretty rough. So we spend a lot of time, tightening and just keeping the truck in good mechanical condition. But in the last year and a half, we have put a new engine in it.
Okay, what is the engine?
The engine is a 60 series Detroit. It is an older engine. The truck originally came out with a D-Deck 3.
Okay.
And it spun a front main, so we had to put a crate engine back in. So we did go ahead and go with a D-Deck 4 engine because that's what we could find. So it's got a new engine in it, and a couple months ago transmission went out, so it got a new transmission in it. But that's the way we've done the last 13 years working on it. We've upgraded. Each time something goes wrong, we try to upgrade that a little bit, make it a little stronger, and by doing that, you keep the truck new. I mean, everything on these trucks are replaceable.
Yep.
So as long as you keep replacing it, then you don't have to go buy these expensive new trucks.